What's going on? Travis here, another episode of Forged Father FM. If you are a father and you struggle with discipline, especially when it comes to your fitness, when it comes to changing and transforming your body, you're undisciplined with your fitness, you're undisciplined with your nutrition, and you just can't seem to get on track and get consistent, you're going to want to pay attention to this episode because that's what I'm going to dig into. And I'm going to share with you what's helped me become so disciplined and what's helped me remain so disciplined. And it's probably not what you think. Now, before I dig into that, in case you don't know, my name is Travis Stetzel. I am the creator of The Forged Father. I am a coach. I am a father. I am a husband. I am a man of God. And I believe that I've been put on this earth to build and forge bad mofos, uncommon men who are lean, jacked, energized, fit, and dangerous in their bodies so they can show up and be their best for their family. And so if you want to work directly with me, if you want to become a part of what we got going on inside of the Forged Father, the brotherhood, if you want to become a part of that and play with us and run with us to become your best, go below this video, click on that link, and you'll be able to take the next steps to do so. Now, discipline. Let's talk about discipline, shall we? Discipline. The one thing that I love about discipline is you get to make a choice when it comes to being disciplined or not being disciplined. And that's just it. Discipline isn't a thing. It's an act. And the most common thing I get from men is, Travis, I'm gonna be disciplined. I'm working on my discipline. You're either disciplined or you're not disciplined. You were either disciplined yesterday or you weren't. You're either disciplined right now or you're not. You choose. Discipline is an act. Get it? It's not something that you become. You don't decide to be disciplined tomorrow. It's you decide right now in the moment. And so if we're talking about fitness, changing and transforming your body, it's being disciplined with your training. It's being disciplined with your food. And we can even dig below the surface and we can talk about being disciplined with your self-care, discipline with sleep, how you manage stress, how you deal with stress, right? So let's start off with the most common struggle, and that's discipline around your nutrition, right? So as a father, chances are you're busy. And so you don't have a lot of time. And so when the day gets going, you get busy, chaos starts to ensue. And if you're unprepared because you weren't disciplined enough to do the work prior and pre-prep your meals or even just pre-plan your meals, well, you find yourself up shit creek without a paddle. And so what do? You just go for the easiest option. Drive through, gas station, or worse, you just don't eat anything. You just skip it thinking, oh, I'm just fasting. Right. How is that going to help you? Well, it's not going to help you. And if you have a dad bod, I'm just telling you right now, it's because of your lack of discipline with nutrition. But you probably already knew that. So that's the most common, is you're undisciplined with preparing and being prepared to have control over your nutrition. On the other side of that, you're just undisciplined with your training. There's days where you feel like training, and so what do? You work out. And then there's days where you don't feel like it, you're unmotivated, you're tired, you're stressed, and then you start telling yourself stories about how you got so much going on, and I'll do it tomorrow. I'll be disciplined with my training tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, and you don't do it. And it's just this fucking cycle. And that's why you're finding yourself in this pit of being out of shape, having this dad bod, running low on energy, confidence being stripped from you every time you see yourself in the mirror. It's because you're undisciplined with your fitness and your nutrition. And so let's talk about how to become disciplined with your fitness and nutrition. I'll talk about the typical stuff first. Stuff that you probably already know. When it comes to training, you have to have a plan. Have a plan, please. Don't be one of those guys skimming through YouTube, Instagram, looking for the next cool workout. Just the random workout whore. That's what I like to call you guys. You work out, but you don't have the results to show for it. It's because you have no system in place. There's no process to progressively overload and challenge your body. You're just doing random shit because it's cool. You have no plan. You're undisciplined when it comes to that regard. So you're all over the place. You need to have a plan when it comes to your training. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. Most men who have an actual plan when it comes to training, what are they? They're more consistent, number one. But when you have an actual plan, it gives you something to be disciplined to. Get it? Instead of doing all this random shit. Oh, I couldn't find a workout on Instagram today, so I chose not to do one. You are undisciplined. So to be more disciplined with your training, have a plan. It's the obvious one, right? The other side of that, nutrition, same thing, have a plan. Don't follow a diet. Don't think that some diet protocol is going to fix what you got going on. Guys want to avoid the science. And I don't want to get too deep here because this isn't about the science behind nutrition. This is about the discipline around nutrition. But you have to have something that you're following that you can be disciplined to. The easiest way is to have numbers, calories and macros. See, I love calories and macros because calories and macros are the facts. And inside Forged Father, we have this code that we live by, which is to tell the truth. And the first part of that code is to be real with the facts. When you get real with the facts, you look at the numbers. At the end of the day, when you have macros and calories that you need to hit, you can be disciplined to those because you'll be able to say, yes, I hit those, or no, I didn't. Here's the most common one that I get from men. It's like, how's your nutrition? Oh, it's pretty good. Well, what's pretty good mean? I don't know. Oh, I'm eating clean. I'm cutting this out. I'm cutting that out. But yet you're still chubby and you're still soft. You still got this dad bod. So how can you say it's good? How about we look at the facts? We look at the numbers and we get disciplined around those. It's so much less stressful when you learn how to do it properly, which I can teach you how to do that. But we get that set up. Now I know exactly what I need to do. I just choose to do it or I choose not to do it. Do the pre-prep work. Set yourself up for success and execute. Act. Decide. Discipline or not. Now, that's the surface level stuff. You can stick on the surface level stuff and you can say, I just have to work out. I have to do it. Or I need to track my macros and weigh and measure my food and I just need to do it. Sure, that'll get you to a certain extent. That'll push you a certain distance. But what helps me be so disciplined and what has helped me over the years to be disciplined is this commitment that I've made with God. I've committed on a spiritual level. Why? Because God gave me this body, this one body that I'm to operate in through life. So to disrespect my body, to treat my body like trash, would be to treat God like trash. And so when you're undisciplined with your body, there's a number of things that happen. Number one, you're not showing up as your best. When you're fat, out of shape, it steals away confidence. It steals away certainty. It steals away your ability to focus. It steals away capacity. Because as a dad, you need a high level of capacity, especially when you're a high level professional. You're producing, you're providing for your family. You want to show up as the best dad and best husband as you can be. But you're run down after a long day at work. When you come home because you lack capacity, you're fat and out of shape. That's a problem. And that's taken away from you being a father and a husband. Whether you want to argue with me about that or not, this isn't about six-pack. This isn't about muscles. This is about you showing up at a higher level. The muscles and the six-pack, the physique, that's all bonus of being disciplined with your body. And so if you want to become more disciplined, consider connecting that to a spiritual commitment and a spiritual discipline. There's plenty of days where I don't want to do the work. I don't want to work out. I don't want to track my macros. I don't want to pre-prep my food. I don't want to do all these things. We're traveling. I don't want to go through all this extra stress. Oh my God. But I've made a commitment. I've made a commitment on a spiritual level. And so it pushes me through those tough times. Because here's what I also know, is when I'm being disciplined with my body, it gives me power. It elevates my state. It elevates my energy. It helps me to be focused. And I am showing up with more power and certainty. And the benefit with that is I'm in alignment with God. I can feel it. I'm walking the path that he wants me to walk. He doesn't want anybody to go out there and treat their body like shit. It's our choice, though. He's given us that choice. And so when you connect it on a spiritual level and you say, thank you, God. Every time you work out, every time you choose to have that high quality meal that's in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing, it's in alignment with the plan, you're showing gratitude. You're showing gratitude for what you have been given with your body, your one body. You know what else is really special about the discipline that you uphold with your body? It's people can tell. People can tell when you walk into the room and they see you, when you're fat and out of shape. Sure, you can be an awesome person. Don't get me wrong. You can be the best dude around, full of integrity, full of love, full of positive energy. But when you walk in and you have not taken care of yourself, you lose a little bit of respect. And you are judged. Right away, we can tell you are not disciplined with your body. Maybe you don't respect your body. Maybe you don't value it. And it's interesting because when a man starts to lose his health, on his deathbed, he just wants one thing. Sell it back. So think about it. You can't fake it. This is the one thing that you can't buy. There's no shortcuts. You have to earn it. You have to earn your body. If you want a jacked, lean, energized, fit body that just screams confidence, screams discipline, you must have discipline to get it. And if you're struggling to find how to be disciplined when it comes to your body, your fitness, your nutrition, and you're a man of faith, put that faith towards your body. You wouldn't have your body unless it's for God. So don't take it for granted. Think about that every time you don't want to do the work. How much do you value your body? How much do you value you showing up better for your family? How much do you value showing gratitude for God for giving you this body? So I know for me, fitness is always going to be a part of who I am. Most of the time, it's easy for me to be disciplined with my body, with my nutrition, my training. But there's plenty of days where it's a struggle. It's hard. It's difficult. But I just tap back into the spiritual commitment that I've made. And that's what pushes me through. And I know it can push you through too. So if you're getting a lot from this is the sort of stuff that we work on inside of the Forged Father. The 4 key buckets: fitness, family, financials, and faith. Every single day, we look to fill these 4 buckets. Fitness is only one of those buckets, but I'll tell you this, is when you're filling your fitness bucket, it starts to pour into your family bucket, your financial bucket, and especially your faith bucket. Because when you're doing what you need to do with your body, it is a gateway to unlocking personal development, but it's also a gateway to unlocking a deeper connection with God. That's what I've gotten from it. And the men that I work with inside of Forged Father, that's what they've gotten from it as well. We got guys coming in, losing 50 pounds, completely transforming their body, having this whole renewed connection with God because they took the initiative and they became disciplined with their body. It is magical to see. It's inspirational. It's very impactful. And that's the other thing that I want to add in here with regards to your body is when you show up a certain way where people can tell that man has been disciplined with his body, you create inspiration and you impact those around you. And so if you're a father and you've let go of your body, you've fallen out of shape, you're treating yourself like shit, and now you're starting to see that it's impacting your kids, it's impacting your wife. If you want to become the source of inspiration for them, it starts with you. Being disciplined with your body. So if you're ready to get some help with this, go below this video, click on that link, take the next step to join up with me and the men inside of the Forged Father. And let's get disciplined with your body.